Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 6?
7?
Shit.
6. Who cares?
That's just to signify how long it's been since we've done our last episode. It's been close to 3 months now since we've been able to meet up. Alex, you look good.
Thanks, man. Likewise. Yeah, I have been working out. If you could tell.
Well, I couldn't, but
yeah,
go on.
I haven't been working out at all. That's a complete lie. I'm not going to lie to you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been not doing much. Started a new job. What's up with you?
Working a lot, but now back for the holidays. Kind of a quiet month for us on this end. And to everybody over there on the other side, this is our first video podcast. Hopefully the video ends up working. We probably shouldn't reference it too much in case it doesn't work. I could just cut this segment out. But
yeah.
First video podcast. We'll see how this one goes. Hopefully this will be uploaded to YouTube and we can kind of open up the community on that end as well. I mean, we're all over the place at this point. People are talking about us, you know.
Yeah. Who?
People?
Yeah. There are,
people on the
more
street.
than one is people.
People on the street.
People on the street.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
Exactly.
I love it. Anyway.
So, you been keeping up on your gaming?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I've been playing quite a bit, just bouncing around. Not really, I actually haven't been playing anything like too crazy new other than Alan Wake 2, which is my pick for Game of the Year.
Yep.
Phenomenal fucking game. Art direction, everything in that game is
No spoilers.
Superb.
No spoilers.
Can I say that it's good?
You can say it's good.
There's a class of people out there that you can't say how you feel about something. That's a spoiler. Are you one of those people?
No, not at all.
No? Okay.
I think there's like an oversensitivity.
Yeah.
To say that you're not allowed to say if something's good or not.
I kind of get both sides of the argument if it's something you're looking forward to quite a bit.
But why does somebody... Then you're allowing somebody else's opinion to influence your own too much.
Yeah, I guess. But if you hear tons of people say Alan Wake 2 sucks, then you're going to start believing it. It doesn't, though. It's phenomenal.
Well, I mean, in the end, I think
example.
Reviews do hold a lot of credence. Mm. Look at how sometimes we'll dictate purchasing games as well. But it's not just a point thing. It's actually just listening to people's, thoughts about the game. That kind of will help me determine whether I'm going to buy it or not. More so than, seeing it got a 6 out of 10 or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but if it's... So, yeah, not to segue right away into this, but if it's something like The Day Before, for instance, 1 out of 10 across the board from everybody, right? So...
And not even a thing anymore.
It almost makes me want to play it. The fact that you can't play it really now.
Why?
Because it's like a train wreck, man. You want to see what it looks like.
Can't you watch videos and be satiated?
Car crash. Yeah, I guess.
And save yourself $40. $40. You're gonna pay $40.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just talking about it.
You said you wanted to.
I want to.
But why wouldn't you do something you want to do?
If I'm feeling freaky, maybe I'll go out there and do that shit.
To what? Just for the enjoyment of our fan base here, so you can tell them that you played it?
Oh, yeah. You guys are really looking forward to me playing the worst fucking game. The biggest abomination, apparently, in the last year or so.
Let's call it what it was.
It's an asset flip,
it was a scam.
Right? They're just trying to flip
assets. It was a rug pull. It was a rug pull, pretty much.
So, yeah.
have you been following it?
Yeah, they pulled it from... It's not. You can't even purchase that anymore, right?
Well,
they've been refunding everybody.
Well, the company they went out of business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I did read that.
They announced they went out of business, and that all the money is being used to pay back their investors. So they took all the money and they ran. It's horseshit, man.
Yeah. There will be some.
Absolutely, there's regulations.
I'm sure.
Yeah, there's regulations, but it is kind of an example of what the Steam page looks like, or what the Switch page looks like sometimes.
Yeah.
You get these games out there that are.
Yeah, Switch, I guess you're right. There is quite
You've seen it. Shovelware, all that shit all over it, man. And, even if it is they're asking $5 for it, it's still a scam to some extent,
That's true. But we don't need to dwell too much on the negative, I guess, right? Yeah. Fuck that game. That game doesn't even deserve attention anymore, I guess. But, yeah, other than Alan Wake 2, I actually have quite a slew of random fucking games that I've been playing. because I have a problem locking into one game, as we've probably touched on.
Absolutely.
Before. I don't beat anything other than my dick.
And oh boy,
you really beat that. But no, I've been playing. I actually just started Lost Judgment. Are you familiar with that at all?
I am.
Okay. Yeah. The
is it Yakuza
Kotaku Studio game?
Yeah.
They're quickly becoming like my favorite game studio, my favorite franchise and series as a whole.
Yep. Look at the other Yakuza people, right? And Like a Dragon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Infinite Wealth more than anything. Everything I see on that game looks amazing, and Lost Judgment so far is phenomenal. What do you know about that game?
Something about a court case, a bunch of anime stuff.
I forgot you hate Asians. I forgot that. Oh, it's been so long that I almost forgot.
No,
that's crazy that you hate the Asian community. I'm over here like I stop Asian hate. You know what I mean? And I forgot you fucking.
Right.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm the one out there.
No, you don't care for like that, like anime and shit like that. To be fair to Laird, that's all he's ever said. To be clear. But
allegedly.
Yeah, no, Lost Judgment, yeah, it's like more of a real world scenario, more realistic, I guess, than you're like a dragon, you're following, court cases, you're a detective, you're in a detective agency. You look for clues, do things like that too, amongst, all the mini games in the Yakuza series and the fighting element. It's not turn-based.
Does it take itself seriously?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
None of those games do.
Right,
but I mean, yeah, fantastic. It's not super recent, I guess. I've been playing that. You know how much I love my cozy games. I've been playing my time at Sandrock.
Yes, I heard pretty decent things about that.
Consoles. I mean, it's a, dumb, like, kind of buggy game, but it's fun, and it's, yeah.
Hey, did you ever play Fae Farm? Did you ever download that?
I didn't. I read nothing but bad things about it, and I kind of steered clear. There's just too many of those games now.
So close.
But that, and I've been playing Roots of Pacha, too, which is kind of like that.
I know this one.
It's like Stardew-ish, but it's set in prehistoric days, and it's a little more like that. So I need to dive further into those, but Harvest Moon 64 came out on Nintendo Switch Online. So
dude, look at you! You got
back into that.
That's a couple months. That's a couple months of fun right there, man.
That's all I played when I was a kid. It's one of the biggest gaming influences
That's why you still enjoy those type of games.
Harvest Moon 64.
Yep.
So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, Dave the Diver.
Yep.
And then
Dave the Diver, though, that got a lot of recognition. That had a ton of momentum behind it.
Yeah.
That
game's phenomenal.
And I'd have to play it a little bit longer than what I did for the demo. I didn't get quite hooked. Usually those indie games on the demo.
Is that a fishing pun?
That is not a fishing pun, but it should have been. I know. Thank you for allowing it to be a fishing pun.
Yeah, why not?
Not intentional,
take
but
whatever we can get at this point. You know what I mean?
Dude, desperately grasping for jokes over here. You don't know what to do.
What do you? What do you play?
What do I play?
What the fuck you been playing?
What do I play? Well, since we've been together last, Cyberpunk, trying to catch up on that still. Still haven't downloaded Phantom Liberty, but I'm not even to that point in the story anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I was pretty spotty on my PlayStation just because I was traveling so much, so I was on the Switch quite a bit. Trying to think of what games I beat recently. I should have probably I did not write these down beforehand. I know one game that I did end up playing and beating was Alan Wake 1, the first one.
Oh, great.
To get myself ready for the second one.
Yeah, fantastic game. Alan Wake 2
awful though. Such a slog.
And
dude,
what?
Such a slog.
You didn't like it?
No, great game.
Oh, okay.
Great game. I actually I would never replay it though.
2 improves on every
Well, of course it does. In the end
adds.
it's a dated game at this point.
Yeah.
And it's still I love the environment they built. I like the story that they told.
Mm-hmm.
I could critique it from like a writing perspective and things that I didn't enjoy, but in the end it was a good game.
Yeah.
I'm glad I played it because I never did play it when it first came out.
Glad you finally fucking picked that game up because that's up there for me.
And between that, it's like I'm a big Remedy fan in general. So Max Payne, played those. Control, played that. Played Alan Wake. I mean,
I was actually thinking about playing Max Payne again, the series. I played Max Payne 1 on an old PC back in the day and loved it.
PC.
And yeah, I know I'm not a computer gamer by any means, but I played that on a PC. The first 2 are Remedy. The third one, I believe, is all Rockstar.
Yeah,
but
it
I
is.
believe they're all developed or published by Rockstar, but Remedy
something like that.
Develop them. I can't keep track of it.
I think that might be correct.
I don't know. Just replaying, playing Control, playing Alan Wake has made me want to revisit that for sure.
Did you play Control? Did you end up going and playing it?
I played it. I didn't beat it, but I mean,
right.
Yeah, like
That's
we've been over that. It's my trademark. Only one thing I beat. Okay. Anyway, what else have you been playing?
Let me reflect back on what's been going on.
Sorry.
Warframe, of course.
Oh yeah.
Which I gotta ask.
To talk about that.
I was supposed to ask
the
you.
The elephant in the room.
I was supposed to ask you. Since our last episode, which, by the way, may I remind everybody, 3 months of time since our last episode when you mentioned that you would go to it, which I at that time said you wouldn't. Have you gone to it?
So what's funny? I could answer this very simply if I wanted to. I'm not gonna. What's funny is I thought about this a couple days ago. I thought about this in the car. I was like, I could easily just say I booted it up, tried playing it. It wasn't for me. Turned it off. It's not for me. I tried getting into it. I was a little overwhelmed. There's a lot of loot, random things that you can pick up, and I'm just behind on everything. It's too much for me. I could have said that, but I didn't. I didn't do any of that. I didn't boot it up. I didn't do that.
I know.
I'm a piece of shit.
I knew you wouldn't. I knew you wouldn't.
I struggle with commitment. I'm 34. I'm single. That's part of the reason why. It's glaringly obvious that I struggle with that. So the fact that I couldn't commit to even booting up Warframe in the 3 months that we haven't done this until I panicked about like a day and a half. I'm changing the 2 days to a day and a half to give myself a little
reprieve there. It doesn't make it any better.
Okay, it doesn't.
It is not the thought that counts.
Okay. Well, yeah. All I can do is apologize to you.
Look at the goddamn camera. And apologize.
I did. I was getting there. Okay.
Don't look at me.
No, I'm looking at you first. Okay, because I'm not gonna apologize to you when looking at the camera. I'm sorry. Okay.
It's all right.
And I want to apologize to the folks at home. I'm sorry. I should have covered my bases here, and I didn't. I fucked up. It won't happen again.
It won't happen again.
What?
It won't happen again?
It might. It won't happen again.
It will. Mark my words.
I am who I am.
Mark my words.
That's such a bullshit
But I'm going to tell you something right now. If you asked me to play a game, I'd play it.
The guilt trip, ladies and gentlemen.
Straight up.
I feel bad.
Segueing into
that makes
our...
me think. That makes me want to know, because there are games I could pick that you would not play.
Okay, yes. I mean, I do it now just to make a point, but in general, yes.
But it's,
if you told me
yeah,
to play Fae Farm, I probably wouldn't have played it.
Yeah, but it also, there's a price involved there, like a cost.
Oh, good point.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so I guess if we're going free game to free game.
Yeah,
right. Maybe we also mention that Warframe is a free game.
Yeah, I know. You were gonna
listen, if you don't like it, you don't like it. There's no forcing it upon anybody.
No, but...
No means no, okay?
I have a hard time playing anything.
Do you have a hard time understanding that no means no, Alex?
Whoa, don't go down there. No.
You don't?
I mean, no, I don't have a hard... No, I don't have a hard
Folks, chime in the comments if you think otherwise.
Okay, what? Anyway,
Listen, the thought of you ever playing Warframe is very exciting.
I'm going to do it.
But what's more exciting is the reveal of Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, wow. Good segue.
What did you think of that?
Honestly, I don't want to... It's been talked to death at this point.
What the fuck? So is everything we talk about on this.
You're right. Cucking.
Yeah, everybody associates Weinstein cucking and video games into one podcast.
God,
come on.
Dude. Oh, Lord. No.
Very religious man.
Bless my soul. We're going to have to cut that out. I don't want people thinking that.
It's going to be hard with the video.
No, here's the deal, though. Dildo?
I thought it
Grand Theft Auto looks phenomenal. it looks great. I mean, I'm not gonna beat around the bush too much. Yeah, and everyone's saying it looks great. It's obviously Florida lends itself to a video game like this. They're gonna be able to make tons of social commentary and not too much exaggerated displays of the characters of people that you meet in Florida.
Well, just like I did with LA before.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just what Rockstar does.
Yeah.
They're good at making caricatures of the people in the community and like observing like areas and social classes and stereotypes and putting them in the game.
Curious to see how they adjust to how things are now in society, the cancel culture, things like that. Rockstar's always been good at being able to tread that line. Obviously, they're controversial as fuck, but they're able to get away with saying things without offending people too much.
Do you think anything changes? I think they're almost one of those things like a South Park or who's had so much litigation challenged to them over the decades that at this point they're untouchable.
Well, there's a tactful way of doing it and an artistic way of doing it.
Yeah, but I think people who are offended by that content could not look at Grand Theft Auto 5 and ever be like, well, at least it's done this well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think the content's offensive no matter how the execution's done, you know?
That's true, but I'm curious to see if they taper it back at all, and I hope they don't. I hope they still keep that sense of humor, but I'm sure there are things that if you looked back at Grand Theft Auto 3, 4, that you'd go, ooh, that didn't age well.
I'm sure so much of it didn't, you know?
But I don't know. I'm curious to see if they try to walk that line a little bit more and don't, you know.
The only
I
time
hope they don't.
The only time I would support it.
Say.
The only time I'd support it is if it was in the line of better writing.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes it could come off cheesy when they're being super vulgar.
Yeah.
I think it's a little sophomoric sometimes. If it's done well, done well.
Yeah.
But the earlier games didn't do it as well. It was on the nose. For the time being, it was great, you know. But it's like to go back now and drive the ice cream car that had the 2 cones on top with the cherries, you know, from Vice City. You know, it's just like, all right,
that's stupid.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
What excites you about the game? What did you see in the trailer that you liked?
I think the graphics look stellar, man.
Yeah.
You know, I like this idea of kind of like showing a format of like a social media. It made it look much more real to show it in like, you know, some form of TikTok or something like that they were filming these things on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I wasn't too excited by the preview because it's just a video. You know, until gameplay showcased.
You hate most things, don't you?
Yeah. I look at it with a very discerning eye, feigning to the side of displeased.
You look like a director right now. You look like someone who directs movies.
Yeah.
It's like
because it's sitting casually like this.
Yeah, the headphones.
Well, you look like Pete Davidson.
Oh, hey man.
That's your Pete Davidson?
Hey man, that's my Pete Davidson impression.
You've never seen Pete Davidson, have you?
I honestly, I don't even know how he talks.
Like you. There you go.
I'll take it. It's not the only thing me and Pete Davidson have in common. Anyway.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say.
What is it?
Why would you ruin the allure of the joke I just made?
What was funny about it?
All right. So what I'm looking forward to in Grand Theft Auto 6 that was on there was the wildlife. Obviously, that's been talked to death too. Just like everything we say at this point, like we already touched on. Much like my massive cock. Sorry.
Call back.
Anyway, Pete Davidson. Wait, was that what we were talking about? No, yeah, the wildlife looks awesome. I think they learned a lot from Red Dead.
Absolutely.
And that'll be interesting to see as well, how they blend the, you know, like Everglades type shit with, yeah, like the suburbs of Florida, the Keys. You know, obviously it's not called Florida, but it's going to be a version of that. I'm sure they're going to mirror it somewhat.
Yeah, did you hear what it was called?
I don't like the name of it.
It's like named after like the guy who like founded it.
Don't like it.
Yeah, Leon. The guy who founded Florida's last name was Leon. And so it's
Ponce de Leon.
Exactly. So it's named after him. Yeah.
It doesn't have a ring to it or a flow. But whatever.
Like Flo Rida.
We know it, we won't be even saying Leonid, like, you know what I mean?
They might.
How often do you say
Florida?
No, but what's the name of the fucking Why can't I think of what it's called in Grand Theft Auto 5?
San Andreas?
Yeah.
Los Santos?
Los Santos is the city. San Andreas is the area.
Yeah.
I guess you do refer to it quite often.
Absolutely. That's how I talk about it.
Leonida. That's all I say. It's like,
yeah, but isn't it going to be different states? Isn't it going to be different states? Or like different countries?
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I hope so.
That's like the idea is that I want to.
So it won't all be like a Florida?
I don't think so. I think there's like a South America segment of it, and I want to say another state as well.
If you're able to freely fly amongst.
Could you imagine? That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
What if there's no loading screen? You just kind
of. Oh wow! What if the sky was made of cheese in it?
Shut the fuck up. This is what we do, okay? Why would you
decide to critique that one thing?
What if, like,
you know what, man? God, the one thing I'm not excited about on it is I think the protagonists are maybe not catching me. They remind me a lot.
You don't like women and you don't like
Jesus
Asians.
Christ.
That's what I'm hearing.
Firstly, it's a guy and a girl. Has nothing to do with that. But the protagonist reminds me of Danny from Far Cry 6. I don't know if you've ever played that.
I didn't actually play Far Cry 6. It's downloaded.
Not my favorite protagonist there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure.
Right now.
I'm sure it's free
on PlayStation.
Oh, on extra premium.
Yeah. Whatever.
You can borrow mine. You want to just borrow it?
I mean, it's free. I could download it at home. Why would I borrow yours?
Because you'll have it past this month.
I don't want it past this month. I don't even want it right now.
Wow.
I'm not a big. I got sick of Far Cry games a little bit.
Yeah, they get really redundant.
Yeah.
Between that and Assassin's Creeds, any of these Ubisoft formula games, you play too many of them, you'll get sick of it.
Yeah. I don't know. We're jumping around too much, though.
What?
I don't know. I know that's what we do, but Grand Theft Auto.
Nope.
Are we done talking about Grand Theft Auto 6?
Do you feel like you're done talking about it?
I feel like we don't need to mention anything else about it.
I had my piece.
What they do with the online? Have they mentioned anything? Do you know about that? Okay.
I mean, you know they're gonna do something though.
Yeah, well, that's where
the money they make from it.
Money, but I'm also happy to see that they're focused on the single player aspect of things.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get some DLC this time for the single player, like they said they were gonna do for 5.
It would be. It would, yeah. I mean, yeah. No, you're right.
Who wouldn't have taken that?
I was gonna say if it was a just complete experience off the bat, but even if it is, you can add DLC to something that's complete later.
And there's something to be said about the fact that online was some form of DLC when you're meeting Franklin from the story online and stuff like that in the stories.
Yeah.
Did you ever follow any of that story?
Not really.
Yeah, I didn't either, but I know you meet characters from the game on it.
Yeah, no, we've said enough about Grand Theft Auto 6.
It sounds like you're done with Grand Theft Auto 6.
There's dolphins and stuff. It looked like they showed a shark at one point.
Sounds like you still want to talk about Grand Theft Auto 6.
It looked pretty neat, man.
I agree. The wildlife, and like you said, with it being compared to Red Dead, you ever watch that video of they broke Red Dead on the computer, and they attach themselves to the animals, and they have complete migratory paths and everything like that.
Oh.
They mirror real life like migratory paths, and it's something you'll never see as a player.
That's pretty fucking
cool. They have animations for every little thing that you'll never see.
Yeah,
it's always at a distance. Exactly.
Absolutely absurd.
Yeah. I've yet to really delve into that. I've only put 5 hours into that game.
Really?
Yeah, it's a shame.
One of my friends is still playing that game, and that's the only game he's played for years.
Which friend?
Andy P.
You gonna shout him out?
Andy P.
Shout out to Andy P.
Out in Arizona.
That's right. Holding it up.
Yeah,
Holding it up.
Holding it up. Go
Suns?
Arizona.
Suns?
Why can't I think of Wildcats? Thank you. Anyway. Arizona State Sun Devils.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say good team, but I don't know the last time I've seen relevance from it.
Whatever. Fuck them. Michigan State's been sucking dick.
How about Michigan, though, huh? Number 1.
I don't want to talk about them. You know my disdain for Michigan. I don't want to cover it on the podcast.
Do you think
I'm gonna lose people?
Do you think anyway? These people fucking care. We can edit that out.
No.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we'll talk amongst ourselves. Okay, so back on track. Game Awards. Did you watch any of it?
Not really. I saw some of the recap on it. I've been trying to catch up a little bit.
What's your okay? So before we even get into it, then, what's your thoughts on the Game Awards? What do you think of this format? What do you think of this Jeff Keighley led thing? E3's dead officially. I don't know if you heard that.
I
day
did
or
see
two
something
ago.
About that.
So
the Game Awards, they look kind of stupid and silly. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's something I'm ever gonna tune into, but I just
Right.
I just don't really care that much about award shows anymore.
I agree. Now, does the fact that they make big reveals there entice you to watch?
That's the most enticing part about
Right.
it, obviously, is that's the part that we wanted to talk about the most today. Like, just prefacing this podcast, you know, we had said that we wanted to talk the most about the big reveals.
Yep.
That's the most exciting part about it, for sure.
Yep.
So, yeah, should we dive into that a little
Absolutely.
bit? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see any of the interstitial shit during the award show, you know what I mean? Like the little in-between stuff, little skits. There was some dancing. I saw some Alan Wake people dancing on the stage. What the fuck was that?
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
even
I'm not
know
sure.
what that was. I'm asking them, too. Like, what the fuck was that?
Chime in if you know what it was.
I just caught a glimpse of it, like a clip. And I don't know. The main actor and shit from Alan Wake, they were dancing on stage. It looked like an interpretive dance of some sort. Weird.
Leave it for what it is.
But a lot of the marketing and stuff behind that game has been weird. So.
Right. And I think that's also kind of what it's leaning into. Is I also think it's like original in its weirdness.
Yeah. But what about you? What have you seen from the Game Awards?
I mean, I had it on in the background because I was getting a free Warframe drop for watching it. Hello, shout out again to Warframe.
That seems like some shit they would do.
It was dope. Yeah, for sure. That is some shit they do. Okay, and it's cool, and you get free
They're
shit.
the Happy Meal of video games.
But I saw there was it just seems over commercialized at this point to some extent. A lot of Fortnite ads. Shit ton of Fortnite ads. Yeah.
Have you played this Lego Fortnite at all?
I've never played Fortnite.
Oh, okay. Really? I mean, it's not.
I'm just not the Battle Royale fan.
But,
like, I don't like that format, so I can guarantee I won't like Fortnite.
This Lego Fortnite thing that just came out, I actually have this written down as one of the games I've been playing, but I was going to brush right past it until you brought it up. Kind of brought it up.
I heard good things. The whole thing's remade.
It's fun.
Is it just Fortnite but with Legos?
It's like a survival game. You build a base in a village, and you get like templates for houses and shit like that.
You say templates?
Yeah, templates. Templates for... Ignore that.
Oh,
shut the fuck up. Templates for like, yeah, shit, and you build it, and you can do it with friends, and it's a procedurally generated world. I don't know. Yeah, they're trying to go down like the survival path. It's very like light survival elements to it. There's
Is this something
hunger,
separate?
Temperature. Yeah, it's like a separate mode from Fortnite from the Battle Royale Fortnite. They're trying to do other things now with it, which is probably what you saw advertised. There's like a Rocket League racing mode.
Yeah, that's right. I saw something about that. I heard it was dope.
And like a rhythm mode, like a rhythm based.
Why are we putting all these quotes on everything?
There's a rhythm like a rhythm game type mode that I don't know. It honestly, I feel like a fucking douchebag talking about Fortnite.
It's in the ether, man. People love it. It's not just kids playing it.
Yeah.
People love Fortnite.
But it's interesting. It's even if you don't like Fortnite, the one thing you can say about it is it's impressive how much they've evolved and constantly tried to do new things with it to keep it fresh. But
I agree.
I don't know. That's all that we need to say about Fortnite.
Well, but I would say there's something about that
I
to
don't
the terms
play it
of them.
a lot. One of my friends down in Kentucky, Shane. What up, Shane?
Shout out.
Shout out to
Shane.
Shane.
Shane the Machine.
Sugar Shane.
Is that what people call him?
No, I call him Sugar Shane.
What's his gamer tag?
I don't think I can say his gamer tag on here.
You could say his name, but you can't say
Cosby's Victim.
That's his name?
Is his gamer tag.
It's a fucking great gamer tag.
Which is weird because there's more than one, I think. Victim, right? So which one? Anyway, I
He's
don't
just
want to
one of
delve
them.
too much on that.
He's just one of the victims.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I don't want to keep going on that path. But yeah,
Shout out to Bill Cosby.
Shut up.
The old Bill Cosby.
He's one of our listeners, actually.
Well,
I know
sure
that
he
for a
is,
fact.
man.
But no, yeah, I've been playing that a little bit with him, and it's a good time to play with a friend. But
For sure. I'm sure that's where the appeal lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, you've been seeing a lot of ads about Fortnite.
Yeah. So, for the most part, award shows, I don't watch the Emmys or the Oscars or things like that. Not that I don't care that it exists. It's just not something I'm not necessarily interested in. So to see the Game Awards, it's cool to see, award shows for games, but I know I'm not the demographic they're trying to appeal to anyways.
Who are they trying to appeal to, you think?
I don't know. It's a good question. Because, I mean, in the end, what's it matter? What? Jeff Keighley's the Game Awards award. Like, is there a cash prize? Or I guess you could put that on the back of your game now. You know what I mean? Like, movies say 2 Oscars. They'll re-release it after they win the Oscar for it. You know what I mean?
So it's who's watching the Game Awards, I guess, is what I mean.
It's a good question.
Like, if we're not watching it, who's I don't know, man.
I think there's probably a demographic who cares about this.
Was it shown? Is it on YouTube? Was that the primary source
or
to
Twitch?
Watch it? Okay.
Live streamed on that. That's
what
I had on. Was Twitch. You do sound old.
Well, I am kind of old now. So.
How old are you?
Really?
What year were you born?
I was born in 1989. I'm 34 years old.
So am I, dude. So that's not weird. I was born in '89 as well.
Okay.
I didn't remember if you were a year older than me or not. Like,
I wanted to keep the allure that I was like a 22-year-old.
Yeah. Nobody had that allure. Nobody had that.
Oh, well, I did not get ID'd for buying this. So,
what's that say to you?
It tells me that people think I look old enough to buy booze. It's only 21 though. So
that's true.
I can't complain too much.
With that sweater on, you look younger.
Good. Thanks, man. Thanks for the sweater.
Don't tell people I let you borrow my sweater.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't want people to know that either, actually.
So say it's your sweater.
Dude, I love this sweater.
Dude, that sweater looks good on you, man.
Thanks, man. I wear this
Where'd
all the
you
time.
get that?
I got it from JCPenney.
JCPenney? Well, I thought all those clothes. Which one?
Kokomo, Indiana.
I was just in Kokomo for work the other weekend.
Okay. Yeah. Did you go to the JCPenney?
I did.
You did?
Yep.
Why did you go there?
I'm shopping for sweaters.
And so you probably saw tons of these.
No, they were out.
I bought the last one.
You bought the last one?
Yeah.
So you were there. Wait, what dates were those? What dates were you there?
I was there. Fuck, when were you there?
Dude, I want to say it was like 2 weekends ago, right?
Oh, that's crazy. I was there like 3 weekends ago.
No shit,
yeah,
dude.
I bought the last one, and they were like, dude, you got it just in time.
You know what's weird, though, about their store policies? They always get new shipments in like 2 days after.
Yeah, well, there was a shortage in the warehouse. The guy actually told me that there.
Dude, but that's like their thing.
I know. It's fucking crazy. There's shortages everywhere, man. I was working at work today, and some guy couldn't find marshmallow fluff.
Wow.
Anywhere. There's a shortage. There's shortages, okay? There's shortages of fucking marshmallow sweaters. It's a marshmallow shortage.
Makes sense, dude. But I was just reading an article saying that we had an oversupply of marshmallows.
Dude, the bit's done. Bit over.
That was good, though.
Anyway.
That was good.
Video games.
Video games. Back to them. All right, back to the Game Awards. Needless to say, not a big fan of the format, but like the reveals that happened during it. Kojima came out and revealed the thing that he's working on with Microsoft.
What the fuck's up with that?
Don't know. He
Okay.
didn't say anything.
You saw it and you still don't know?
No, didn't say anything.
Oh.
Yeah, because there was nothing. Basically, Jordan Peterson came out. No.
Whoa. Hold on. What?
Jordan Peele.
Okay. This took a big fucking 180 I didn't expect. Jordan Peterson came out.
Could you imagine those two?
That would be wild.
Making a game together. But Jordan Peele is also kind of wild as well.
Yeah.
So basically,
yeah,
Jordan Peele came out, him and Kojima with a translator talked. You think Kojima would know English at this point?
At this point, you'd think he would.
For how much money, and how much popularity he has in these countries, like at least a second language, man.
That's awesome though that Jordan Peele's involved in whatever.
Yeah, so they're making something together, but it's with Microsoft. So that'll be probably Xbox and PC exclusive.
I'm gonna have to buy a PC. We're starting to realize here, and I'm thinking about it. A lot of my friends game on PC too.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of them.
This is my gaming PC right here.
Really?
Yeah, it runs quite a bit.
See, that's the issue I'm running into when shopping for a PC is that I keep looking at it and going, well, I want to get the one that is better because I'm afraid of running into, I can't run this. You know what I mean?
It's going to happen.
But also, the big games that are graphically demanding, I'm not going to be playing on PC as much, probably. I want to play more like simulation games, survival games, things like that on PC.
Where will you play your graphically stunning ones?
PS5.
Why do you think that's more optimized?
I think it's more streamlined for gaming. Yeah.
Well, nowadays it's hard for developers from PlayStation and maybe Xbox, but probably not as much, to make games for PCs now, because there's something different about the formatting of how they design games now, designed on these new systems, that to convert it to PC is a really difficult process now.
Well,
and it used to be easier. Yeah.
A lot of the ports have been terrible.
That's exactly it, dude. And that's the issue they're running into.
That's probably where I'll primarily play things anyway is PlayStation. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 6 wasn't announced for PC. Example, what I mean? Like, that's just kind of it. That'll probably be the trend for a lot of those games.
It'll have to come out on it though.
It'll eventually come out.
Yeah, just like you remember how they did that with 5 and 4 as well.
But I mean, like the Last of Us remake when that was released on PC, disaster. Other examples that I can't think of off the top of my head, but there's a ton of them.
It happened
recently.
It happened.
So, I don't know. I want to get a Steam Deck actually.
Oh, all I want for Christmas is
I want a Steam Deck.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think you'll get one?
No, I didn't ask for one. It's too expensive.
So who are you at?
Me purchase. I'm asking our listeners
to send one in.
Send me a Steam Deck, dude. Come on. I'm bringing you entertainment. I'm bringing you personality, kind of. Sometimes.
Kind of.
10% of the time.
Shallow, but a personality nonetheless.
Come on.
I know.
I want a Steam Deck.
Yep. You need a computer as well.
That's what's hard is I have a hard time justifying getting a Steam Deck when I should just buy a PC or a laptop. But
there's some pretty affordable, accessible options out there in terms of just getting a PC in your house.
I always want to get the better one. It's hard.
Well, fuck, you're gonna be waiting for a while then, man, because the better ones are like $2,000, $2,500.
More than that. There's some that I've
yeah, for sure.
I was looking north of 3.
Yep.
But
north of 3.
I would never do
that.
It's
a good band name.
North of 3. We're north of 3.
Hey guys, we're north of 3.
What's up, Albuquerque?
Woo! That's the one fan in Albuquerque.
All
right, 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, go!
Oh, so you see a ska band.
Oh no, I was going like, everybody, come on! Like I don't know, fucking punk.
I was thinking a little folky. I was thinking folky. North of 3 sounds like a pretty folky name.
North of 3 sounds dad rocky to me, actually.
Like they'd be in the Secret Life of Walter Mitty soundtrack. That's the kind of band I'm thinking here, man. Very whispery. You gotta kind of like turn it up,
Snow
and you're like,
Patrol-y.
Fuck that. No.
What?
More than Snow.
Apparently, I don't know music. I don't know what's happening. I barely know where I am. This long drink has been fucking me up.
Sponsored by
Long Drink. Cheers. No, we delved into PC. We don't need to talk about that because there's all these games that we were gonna talk about are coming out on console. But like, what was announced during? You fucker. What was announced during the Game Awards that you were looking forward to? Yeah, aroused you.
There's been a couple
sexually.
I mean, I look at the Black Myth Wukong trailer.
Oh.
I thought that was so unnecessary. I look at the Black Myth Wukong trailer, and that one's
paused after black. Why is that?
Well, no, Jesus Christ, I gotta do it again. The Black Myth Wukong trailer.
Yeah.
That one, that looks dope.
Yeah.
I mean, Souls-likes are kind of growing on me to some extent just because of Remnant 2. I think Remnant 2 is probably one of my
favorites.
favorite.
Remnant 2 is phenomenal.
Yeah, we need to play more of that.
We need to play more of that, too.
Yeah. But... Wait,
Black Myth Wukong.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Graphics look great. The story is that it's like an old Eastern tale. The Journey to the West. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely Eastern-based because he's going to the West.
Yeah.
So it's based on that. So I kind of like fables and things like that, so the lore seems fun.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Did you play Jade Empire back in the day?
Okay. I did. I had it on Xbox.
Fucking, we need a remake of Jade Empire. I don't know if I've talked about this, spoken about this.
I think we may have mentioned it once.
But Jade Empire was a game that I thought would continue, and BioWare kind of took a shit, and EA took over, and obviously I don't even know if BioWare is a company anymore. Are they? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But they're a shell of themselves, obviously.
Well, I mean, what did they got coming out right now?
They had a KOTOR remake.
No, that got dropped. I don't even think that was them. Yeah. The news is pretty much that that's someone will probably pick it up again, but I mean, it's indefinitely
BioWare, I mean, they did Anthem, right? They did.
That's the last thing they did.
Bullshit like that.
Yeah,
so,
dude, I know they did something else. We should know this.
We should know this,
and
but
they're
it's
working on something
unfortunate,
right now too.
and it's not. It's going to be disappointing. Whatever.
It's the new Dragon Age.
Oh, that could be all right.
What do you fucking call it? Yeah, I don't remember what the name of it is, but
the subtitle.
There's a new Dragon Age coming out.
But yeah, Jade Empire was phenomenal.
It was.
And I'm getting some. I mean, it's not the
I agree
gameplay
with
itself isn't going to be at all like that.
No, but I agree with that.
But it's got a similar lore to it.
Absolutely.
You know,
because it's Eastern culture.
Yeah, exactly.
It's racist as shit, dude.
No, it's similar. Okay. I'll just agree. That's all I'm gonna do from now on.
I don't know why you hate Asian culture so much.
Ah, shit. That's your thing.
So that's something I'm definitely excited about. I was also really excited to see that God of War DLC that they dropped.
I still have to play.
I think that shit's classy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That was free. It was a thank you to the fans for, supporting the game as much as they had over all this time. I mean, you haven't played any of the new God of Wars?
I played God of War.
Oh, you did play like the 2016 or whatever God of War you're saying?
But I didn't play. I loved the older ones too. I didn't play Ragnarok. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the new.
I didn't play that yet, and I can't believe I haven't fucking played that.
You know, I haven't beat it though. I'm probably 60% of the way through, and there's just I don't know what it is. I just like get sidetracked a lot from beating that game. But this new mode looks awesome, man. It's like they're taking a roguelike. Okay. Yeah.
Everyone's starting to do that now and add a.
I think it's dope. I think it's a great idea to keep interest in your game.
The Last of Us 2 remake, which is a thing, even though that just came out.
Isn't that annoying?
I don't know what they're doing. I love Last of Us. Last of Us 1, 2. I need to revisit and beat. The Last of Us 1 is.
Wait, did you never beat 2?
I never beat 2.
Really?
1 is in my probably top 10 favorite games of all time. But
why'd you stop with 2?
I wasn't in the right mental headspace for this. Like, for that.
Was it too heavy?
It is such a fucking downer of a game.
Hell yeah,
There's no relief.
No.
There's no period where you're like, oh. Like, even in 1, there's the part where you see the giraffes and shit.
Spoilers.
And that's pretty early on, but...
No! That is not
Last of Us 1? Okay, if you haven't played that yet, fuck you. Alright? You're not going to play it at this point, probably. Wow. But, no, like, there's moments, and I mean, there are probably moments in 2, but they've seemed
few and far between.
Fleeting.
Yeah.
And, fuck, man. Yeah, that was a heavy game, and I was not in the right...
I understand that.
For that.
I think that's a respectable answer.
You almost need to play something else while you're playing that,
like a Dave the Diver.
Dave the Diver.
Yeah,
good example. Stardew Valley, another example.
Warframe.
Not as happy. I mean,
you know what though? They announced cross save is happening right now. Today they started cross save, so now I can take my Switch account and play it on my PlayStation.
Okay.
That's something brand new that just happened today between all systems. So
that's good for you.
That's amazing.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So now I can go to like a far superior system.
It comes back to Warframe.
You'll always learn that it does. But originally we were talking about God of War Valhalla. So
yeah, I need to play that. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that. What's the you said it's gonna be like a roguelike type.
Exactly. It's already out. Came out
a
day or two ago for free. So just cool to see a game supported. Kind of like Cyberpunk, man. They just came out with that version 2.1, that update that just came out. Added a whole new transit system, new interactions with like your companions, new vehicles. I get it, like they fucked up. They fucked up hardcore. That's legendary fuck up. But do they redeem themselves with this move, do you think?
I think they've done enough to redeem themselves.
Enough so that you'd have like assurance in paying full price for their next game, which is most likely The Witcher. That's what they're working on.
Not day of. No? Witcher, though? If
Witcher.
it's Witcher,
it's Witcher
4 at this point?
No Geralt, but a Witcher continuation story. It's like, I think it's based in a different house. Like a different Witcher house. My sweater?
Wait, what? It's based in a different
Witcher house.
Witcher house.
So it's not...
I think I would buy that day one.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have any qualms buying a Witcher game.
What about a different property from CD Projekt Red, but not
I
Witcher?
would wait.
Yeah.
I would wait and see reviews.
Yep.
Witcher, though, I'm okay buying that day one.
Did you ever beat it?
Witcher?
Yeah. Witcher 3.
No.
You know what's wild? You can sit here and say it's in your top 10 games and you still never beat it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
I said Last of Us was.
Oh, right.
But
Witcher probably is, right? Right.
Up there too. I mean, it's top 20 for sure.
But it's not top 10.
But I don't know. That'd be tough to say.
It'd
I actually
never
do a
top 10.
did the Skellige Isles part.
See, that's huge. And that's one of the better ones, too.
I know.
Did you do the DLC?
No.
Like hers? No? I heard Blood and Wine's one of the best things about that game. The narrative in that is better than the narrative in the main game, they say. Some have said.
I need to. I'm never. There's so much to fucking play, man. I don't have the time to play all these games anymore.
You know what a big focus next year for me is going to be is playing a game to its entirety and then not playing another game. Unless it's heavy.
Do that.
Unless it's heavy like Last of Us, like what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Just really grinding out a game and getting it fucking done with.
You just gotta grind it out, baby.
You just gotta grind that shit out.
No, I say I'm gonna do that all the time, but I never do.
I just recently started the Talos Principle on my Switch because the second one just came out. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Oh yeah,
there's a trial of that on PlayStation.
Oh, for the second one?
You can do for just 2 hours.
Dude, you should do it.
Yeah,
have you ever played it?
It looks great.
Dude, it's great. I mean, it's like Portal.
Like puzzle games like that.
Oh, dude, and there's a really great narrative to the Talos Principle as well. I don't know how far along I am the first one, but I'm starting to show.
You what? No. Oh.
Pregnancy joke.
I didn't
so
get it.
Stupid.
Jesus Christ. I downloaded Viewfinder. You know what that game is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one looked really cool.
Game. Pretty cool.
How much was that? What'd you pay?
It's like $16.99.
Yeah, it's like any of those games. Yeah, it's kind of what it like.
I'll pay that for a game just to experience something new.
Huh.
Even if it briefly captures my attention. Not to say that that's what's going on with that game, but I don't see that as being a game I'm going to spend hours and hours playing.
I don't think it. I think it's cool. Only 5 to 6 hours long, anyways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll probably play through it then.
Yeah, and probably never go back to it.
No.
Yeah.
But it's worth it to me to play something new like that, like a game like Journey or
When I look at like games like Subliminal, and Maquette. You know, those are all very similar games, which I think are always kind of an homage to Portal.
Abzu is another one.
Abzu's not the same.
Oh, no, you're talking more puzzle games.
Exactly.
But,
yeah.
Okay, Witness then. Games like
exactly.
That. But, I don't know, I was thinking just like cheap. Fucking 4 or 5 hour games that you can blast through.
I look at that like Playdead's games, like Inside and
Limbo.
Yeah, those are the two. They got a new one coming out as well.
There's a World of Goo 2 coming out.
World of Goo? I don't think I know that.
That's another random little dumb puzzle.
I wonder if I played it or not.
You can play on like mobile phones even, I think. But anyway, fuck that shit.
So, hey, let me get your thoughts here. Let me get your thoughts on Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. What do you think? Have you watched anything on it? I know you said fucking yawn when we watched a preview originally.
I think you have to be an Avatar fan to want to play that.
Are you?
I'm very middle on Avatar. I'd say I'm a 5 out of 10 on it. I don't know, man. Like, I enjoyed the first movie a lot. I thought there were some silly elements to it, but overall it was an enjoyable experience that I think relied on the fact that it was graphically impressive and groundbreaking at the time a lot. The plot's a little shaky to me. The acting was a little shaky in that movie, but it's a good movie overall. Haven't seen the new movie. I'm not the biggest, so I'm not like the hugest Avatar fan.
Right.
But that being said, it's a game I'll probably end up getting when it's discounted heavily.
For sure.
I'm not gonna pay full price for it.
What will you pay? What's the least?
30.
That 30 is the most you'll pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It seems like a $30 to $40 game.
But I think you're an Avatar fan, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You should get that game. You should play it.
Well,
I think if you're an Avatar fan, you should play it. I think it probably doesn't do anything groundbreaking in that format.
Right.
You know what
I mean, it's Avatar meets Far Cry.
You like Far Cry? I like Far Cry enough. Yep. I know, I've said
mindless grinds.
But
mindless grinds to some extent, and you're not going to be challenged narratively. Mm-hmm. Probably pretty good graphics and performances.
Yeah.
Good controls. It's like the things that I'm expecting from that game. I've heard it does well, so I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna get it, yeah. So I'll let you know how it is when I end up getting it, maybe you can borrow it. I'll get the physical too, so you can borrow it.
It might get me excited for that kind of gameplay again because like I said, I'm bored with Far Cry a little bit.
Well, I don't think 6 is gonna revitalize you.
No, that's so.
5 was good.
You know what I mean?
I would skip 6 and then
Jump
probably
right
do
to Far Cry Avatar.
What's that?
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Avatar.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, and then kind of want to get your thoughts. Want to get your thoughts on the Fallout series, that preview.
Oh, the TV series.
What do you think of that?
I think it looks great.
Yeah, same.
I hesitate to say that, but I think.
But we're also starting to see Hollywood execute some game properties pretty well. Between The Last of Us, between Mario.
I actually never watched The Last of Us.
It was great,
TV series.
And I'm pretty critical when it comes to acting, especially video game. I could sit there and critique a couple things, especially when it comes to casting. But in the end, I thought it was done well. I could bring up critiques, but I don't think anybody would sit there and say it's a bad show.
Yeah.
Where you could inherently look at some of these other ones and say, inarguably, that's a bad show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that all said, yeah, it looks great. What's his name? Walter Goggins. This is the faceless man.
Walton.
Whatever. Walton. Yeah, that's right. Walton Goggins.
Yeah. He's the man.
Yeah, he's good in everything he's in.
Yep.
So
you ever watch? Did you ever watch Righteous Gemstones?
No, I've seen parts of it, and I've never sat and watched it.
He plays Baby Billy. That's his name. Just Baby Billy. Ah, dude, you gotta watch it.
Shit.
I would suggest playing video games over watching that show, or playing video games and having that show on.
You just
That's
want
how
me
I
to
did.
have more to contribute to this.
Play Warframe and watch Righteous Gemstones. That's what I did.
You just want me to be more like you, Laird.
Is that so bad?
No. I mean, I can think of worse things for sure.
So, not to kind of wrap this up on a down note or anything like that, but kind of touching base on this completionist news. Have you followed it at all?
Brief, yeah. I mean, we've spoken about it a little bit.
Right.
He's being accused of, not using the funds that he was supposed to be using.
Charity fraud.
Charity funds. And I saw a video specifically talking about a golf tournament.
Yep.
That he had done as well, or what is it, Open Hand Charity, or Open Hand Foundation. Pretty serious accusations. So
absolutely,
I don't know if true, and if he was aware of it, then that's pretty upsetting too. He was one of my favorite people.
Absolutely, dude. That's a huge hit to like the YouTube gaming community.
Yeah,
like I watched a shit ton of the Completionist Man.
I haven't seen his response yet that he released 5 or so days ago. Is he talking about pressing charges? And
yeah, he threatened it.
Not,
it's not going to change anything. It's the worst response you could give to some extent.
I mean, if you have ground to stand on, that's the ground.
Well, there's already been a rebuttal video.
You linked me that.
It's
all... I haven't watched it yet, but
I mean, there's the problem is, Completionist said that's the last video he's ever going to make on it, and it's been rebutted. So at this point, if you've heard better points made, you just have to have a discerning thought on which one you believe more.
So he can either press charges or not at this point. That's going to be his next step.
He's probably going to sue us for talking about it.
Well, I hope so.
Bring it on,
Bad press is good press. Let's do it.
That's right.
But no, he doesn't know who we are.
The fact of the matter is, man, I don't know if he ever.
Is.
I don't think he's going to recover from this.
No, I don't think anyone's going to look at him the same.
I unsubscribed.
I was never subscribed.
I unsubscribed, and and in the end, it's until I hear a good response, then I'll resubscribe.
But he contributes a lot to Triple Jump, or no, not Triple Jump. What's the one I watch a lot?
Are you talking about that podcast?
Yeah,
the one with like the Skill Up and Jake Baldino. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It is Triple Jump, right?
Triple Jump, isn't that another YouTube channel? Yeah, that's a YouTube channel. Yeah. Friends with something podcast.
Friends with benefits.
Yeah, it's like
they all fuck afterwards. That's what happens.
Great podcast concept though.
Dude.
We should try it out after this one.
We should try that after this one and not record it.
We should.
Anything else exciting? I know you're trying to wrap it up, but I think there's more we can touch on with the Game Awards, like announcements and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, and what excited you then? I don't really have anything else from the Game Awards that I was really going to touch on.
There was, the number one thing that excited me was probably either Light No Fire, which is, I had to check, make sure that's what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
The Hello Games announcement of
the
first, truly open world, big promises, blah, blah, blah. that's an example of a game I probably won't get day one because of their history with No Man's Sky.
Right.
But they also recovered pretty well from that. Very well from that. They did everything they could. So I hope they don't overpromise with that one. I also think they have the funds and the means of making that promise come true a little bit more than they did with No Man's Sky.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it looks intriguing. It looks great, but I'm also concerned that it's going to be shallow plot-wise and empty with the procedural generation and shit like that. You know, it's not the same as a handcrafted world.
It's almost kind of what I'm getting from that video to some extent is this kind of sparse, maybe not as graphically as impressive. You know, like these bigger worlds, sometimes they sacrifice the quality of the world's graphics. Like Grand Theft Auto suffered from it for years.
Yeah. Because
everything's so big and vast, the tiny, minute details on things were always really muddy, you know? And I feel like that's what that game is going to suffer from as well. You know, I look at it and I think it's probably going to be pretty cool. Probably not the person that is marketed to, you know. But I never played.
It's more up my alley, I think, than you.
Right. Well, but which is just, you know, I like No Man's Sky. I like, you know, but it hasn't caught me like, you know, has other people.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what they actually deliver on. All I know is there's bunny people in it, and that looked fucking awesome.
Are you a furry?
Are
furries afraid to reveal their identity?
So, other than that, I think Jurassic Park Survival looks really good.
No. What'd you get on that? It's just a video of the original movie.
Glad you're okay with me changing subjects.
Yeah, we'll move past it for now.
But I'm not a furry.
That preview just annoyed the shit out of me, honestly.
Yeah.
It was nostalgia bait.
Yeah.
That's all it was, dude.
I don't think it's gonna be good.
What was the point of it either? Wasn't it the exact
to announce Jurassic Park Survival?
Did I miss like more about it though? I saw the.
No, I didn't see much.
It was just like the scene from like the movie, but not the main girl.
Yeah.
Like a black girl with glasses, right?
Shouldn't have even fucking mentioned it. I don't know much about it either. I don't think anyone does, but we'll see what happens with that. I probably won't deliver on that. But
I don't personally think there's anything to be excited about yet.
Then why did I bring it up?
That's a good question.
Dude. There's the Arcane Blade game that actually looks pretty cool. I'm excited to see Arcane in a project that they actually want to be a part of again.
Right.
Not Redfall, which obviously to me looked like a game that they were told, hey, make a live service game, and they just didn't want to.
I mean, it was broken.
It looked like Arcane didn't want to make that fucking game. That's what I think, honestly, was happening behind the scenes.
You know, what a difficult thing. You know, I think the gaming industry is a little fucked that way, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, live service games are dumb, in my opinion. Other than Warframe, I suppose, I'll give you that credit. You know, I wouldn't know from experience, but we'll get there.
It's a strong community.
Yeah.
And it's very supported, man. I mean, we today just got a brand new like narrative story added to it that changes a bunch of the gameplay in it as well. So I'm telling you, like,
talk about Warframe again.
Yep.
Every opportunity.
That's right. Yeah, you brought it up that time.
I know, I did. But no, I'm excited to. Blade's a badass fucking character.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they do with that. Monster Hunter Wilds is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most. I like those games a lot. I don't know how you are in the Monster Hunter games.
I dabbled.
Yeah.
They're fun.
It looks more mount-based, which I'm excited for. The motion in the earlier Monster Hunter games is a little slow. So I'm excited to
two weapons.
See that.
All right, that's a big deal.
2 weapons?
Yeah, you get to take 2 weapons out.
Okay, I didn't know that. I think isn't there, I don't know.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, Rise of the Ronin looks awesome. The Team Ninja open world game.
Yep.
That looks fucking great. I'm really looking forward to that. Don't know what else to say about that other than it looks sweet. It looks like maybe a blend of Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima. That kind of combat, probably more the difficulty of Sekiro and
hopefully
like
not
Dark Souls. To me, it looked more like.
I mean, Team Ninja's pretty classic for that.
An open world. Ninja Gaiden is one of the toughest games from back in the day, but I loved it. And just other than those things, Sega made a bunch of just random announcements that I'm excited for. That they're going to make Jet Set.
I saw that.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, bringing back a bunch of old properties.
Shinobi, and then Streets of Rage, obviously, is great. Golden Axe as well. So, yeah, no, there are a lot of good little things that look great. Overall, didn't care too much about the awards themselves, other than Sea of Stars winning Indie Game of the Year.
Do you think it was deserved?
Fuck yeah. I love that.
You think it's better than Dave the Diver and all the other indies you played this year?
That's what's weird is that list of indie games of the year is almost like my list of games of the year. Like I love those games.
Yeah.
Like they're all in my top 10 games of the year. I'm if I'm thinking correctly of what was in there, but Sea of Stars is my pick. It's one of my favorite games of the year. So I was happy to see that team got recognition. I wish they would have had a chance to, go on stage and talk and everything like that.
Yeah, people are getting played out pretty early.
Yeah. They didn't give the right people the time, and from what I've heard, I didn't watch the show.
Right.
So, I don't know. Hopefully they keep improving on it because I think there's something there, but I'm not an award show guy.
I mean, in the end, I like the format of Summer Games Fest better anyways. Yeah. Just reveal after reveal after reveal after reveal. Mm-hmm. Fuck the bullshit of anything else.
Yeah, then that's not an award show.
Exactly. So I like what Jeff Keighley does with Summer Games Fest.
They're not going to change your mind on award shows.
No, it's true.
If you like award shows, then you'll probably enjoy the rigmarole of, everything like that.
Yep.
But, yeah. I don't know. That's about all I have to say about that shit. What do you got, Laird?
That's it, dude. I'd say that's a wrap up on this one. So, Alex,
is there anything on your quick radar that you want to touch on that you're going to play coming up here in the next couple
Alan
weeks?
Wake 2.
Okay, yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is my number one. Probably downloading Phantom Liberty. And then, what else am I been eyeballing? Probably Baldur's Gate 3 at some point, too.
Yeah.
I've been holding off because the battle system seems very uninteresting to me to some extent.
Cup of tea.
I know, and it's just a shame because I do like turn-based RPG, but this is to another extent, So I'd say those are the three I'm eyeballing. What about you?
I got to dive back into Baldur's Gate 3. That's another one, but other than that, continuing to play, what I was talking about earlier and beating Alan Wake 2 is on my radar too.
Looks like we're both kind of in the same realm here.
We can talk about that. We can discuss how we're doing on Alan Wake 2.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if there was going to be a sale, and there ain't no sale, so
it's
I'm just
worth every fucking penny.
Well, I know, but it's a shame too because on Epic it was discounted down to $35.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's an Epic. Yeah, it was like an Epic exclusive. So, anyways, wrapping it all up, Alex, give us that one really juicy piece
you can't
of.
Do that.
Yeah, I've done it every time now.
I
just
know.
Send the folks off with something good, something sweet. We're going to try and meet one more time before the new year to do our roundup of the year, maybe giving our top 5 games of the year, maybe getting shit-faced while we're doing it. Alex, send the folks off with something juicy and tender.
Make sure that your chicken is cooked to 165 degrees, okay?
That's great fucking advice, man. Cooking meat to temperature is at least, it's like you don't leave it raw like you do a steak. So, folks, thanks for tuning in and catch you next time.